Hi everyone. Total quality management in education. Actually, total quality management in anything. Even as a person, are we sensitive to quality? Are we sensitive to the perception of how others perceive us? When it comes to organization, when it comes to educational institution, this assumes a larger importance. Okay? Now, in this, we are going to touch a very important aspect. I ask these questions in all the organizations where I go as a part of a quiz. Quiz number 1 is, who is our paymaster? Who is our paymaster? Who pays our salary, right? Quiz number 2 is, who is that one person who can sack everyone from the chairman to the last grade person, and how does he do it? Who is that one person who has the power to sack everyone, right from the chairman till the last grade operator, and how does he do it? These are the two important questions. You will understand why I raise these questions as we go along in this episode. Who pays our salary? Answers, I used to get answers like the cashier pays the salary, the finance department pays the salary, the MD pays the salary. The answer is no. The correct answer is, the product which you sell, the product which you make is the paymaster. Let's say that's a huge organization manufacturing, let's say telephone instruments. How does the organization get the revenue to pay the salary? Salary is one of the various revenue expenditures. Tax they have to pay, electricity, telephone bill, right? They have to pay to the vendors, raw materials, processing, right? Supposing the product made in the organizations are not sold, where will you get the money from? You may borrow, shareholders may give more money, but that's not the healthy revenue. The revenue comes only from the proceeds of sale. So the day product is not going out, no inflow. So in an organization, product, in an educational institution, the product is the quality of education. Right? So there is a very deep reason to care about quality. It's not, nobody is doing any obligation by introducing TQM in an organization. The product has to be of the top quality. That's why we talk about total quality management. The second question is, who is that one person who can sack anybody? I will get Sam Walton to answer this question to you, right? Read this. There is only one boss, the customer, and he can fire everybody in the company from the chairman on down simply by, by spending his money in some other place. Right? Same thing which applies to an organization applies to the school. If the parent decide to pay the school fees in some other school, this school disappears. So the customer is very, very important. Let's see one more quotation, Bill Gates. Your most unhappy customers are your greatest source of learning. No? When people praise you, you feel happy. But there are many people who may not say right on your face, or you may not be happy to listen. Yesterday, I was listening a small little episode about Alexander the Great. He had many positive things, but one negative thing he had was he will not listen to the voice of dissent. So people were afraid to go and tell Alexander the Great defects. Right? So you have so much to learn. So as an educational institution, go find out how dissatisfied are your parents. How many parents are there? Listen to them. Every day the principal should meet at least 5 to 6 dissatisfied parents. Okay, you can learn a lot. Right. Let's see one more. Jeff Bezos from the Amazon founder. We see our customers as invited guests to a party, and we are the host. It's our job every day to make every important aspect of the customer experience a little better. Every important aspect a little better. As he came yesterday, what experience he had at the cash counter, a little better today. As the student came to the classroom yesterday, when they come today, a little better. When the teachers go to the principal, yesterday and today, a little better. Weekly improvement, monthly improvement. That's why TQM talks about continuous improvement. This is another interesting quotation by Guzzi. Quality is remembered long after the price is forgotten. Quality is remembered long after the price is forgotten. Now, I go and see, let's say, washing machine, and immediately it occurs to me, oh, is it that costly? But then I pay for it. I will forget the price I paid. I remember only the quality. Every time you use a product, are you remembering the quality or the fee paid or the money you paid? Similarly, in a school also, school fee could be more or less. They could pay the highest fee. But every time they look at only the quality. They don't know how much school fee they are paying. The same thing applies to a hospital. You know what happens in a hospital? First you are asked to go and deposit money. The patient is not interested how much he swiped. The patient is more interested whether he will recover. Okay, so ultimately it is the quality. So TQM and employees' adoration is very, very important. An organization can be as popular as the employees working there are satisfied. Adore. I was looking at the dictionary meaning of the word adore, a deep love and respect. A deep love and respect. Are the employees willing to sacrifice for an organization? That is very, very important. Right? Customers will love a company when employees love it first. Customers will love a company. First of all, the employees should love the company first. A satisfied employee is different from a motivated employee. Let's talk about a school. A satisfied teacher is different, a motivated teacher is different. Let's say the school is over by 3:30. If the teachers drop the chalk at 3:30 and get into the bus and leave, that's fine. Okay? Nobody can force them. But if a teacher does something extraordinary, then the school becomes an extraordinary school. When the bus conductor does something extraordinary, then the school becomes extraordinary. I was reading somewhere, there was a departmental stores and lot of counters. These days you go to departmental stores, you pick up your own materials and you come to the counter, there are a lot of counters, and then these counters will check in and then you have to pay. So one day there were 8 counters and full of rush. So the supervisor saw this and he opened one more counter, 2 more counters. The moment he opened 2 or 3 more counters, this crowd, they went to the new counters, but in one counter nobody left. They were willing to wait for this counter. And the supervisor was surprised. He went and asked, why you can go there? No, no, sir, we want to pass through only this cash counter. And he went and saw what is that counter man was doing. He was doing something different. As he was putting these things into the bag, he had a small slip of paper. He was putting it into each grocery bag. And he went and saw that each had a small little quotation. So this counter man, every day will look at the important quotations, take about 100 quotations, print it and keep it with him. For in every grocery bag, he will put one quotation. And the people who picked up, and they used to feel so happy. And some of them said, now that quotation will make my day. Out of 13 counters, this man was different. He was a motivated employee. An organization can have hundreds of satisfied employees, but how many of them are motivated? Like an educational institution can have hundreds of teachers. How many of them are motivated teachers? An organization or an institution, education institution can have hundreds of drivers. How many drivers are motivated drivers? Right. So, we are going to look at an important theory, motivation theory called Hertzbergs two-factor theory. There are 2 factors which affect motivation in the workplace. These factors are hygiene factors and motivation factors. Hygiene factors will cause an employee to work less if not present. Hygiene factors will make an employee to work less if not present. Whereas motivating factors will encourage an employee to work harder if present. You can pause this video here, read it once again. So, hygiene factor not present, the person will work less. Motivating factors, if present, he will work hard. Now, let me give an example so that what is hygiene factors? Conditions or practices conducive to maintain health and preventing disease, especially through cleanliness. This is the dictionary meaning of the word hygiene. The dictionary meaning of the word satisfaction is fulfillment of one's wishes, expectations or needs or the pleasure derived from this. This is the dictionary meaning of the word hygiene and the dictionary meaning of the word satisfaction. Now let us apply it to TQM. Hertzbergs 2 factors. One is job dissatisfaction. This one area called a job dissatisfaction. The other area called job satisfaction. Go and ask on a one-to-one with every employee, on a one-to-one with every teacher, are you satisfied? Ask again, are you motivated? You can easily find out. Now, what happens if what is job dissatisfaction influenced by hygiene factors? That's why I said, if they are not there, they are dissatisfied. They work less. What are those? Working conditions, co-worker relationship, politics, spying, right? Playing one against the other, right? An organization where people are cunning, lack of teamwork, not willing to cooperate. Policies and rules. Do you have a standard salary policy? Do you have a standard working hours? Do you have a standard grievance procedure? Or is it people based, owner driven? Base wage salary. If base wage salary is not given, people are dissatisfied. Right? So go and ask whether the hygiene factors are present. If the hygiene factors are not present, they will be dissatisfied. They will say, what is this school? I don't have a work desk. I don't have a proper chair. I don't have a swirl chair. I am a computer operator. The furnitures are not ergonomically designed. Right? What is this? I am always being suspected. The way I am treated in singular. Nobody gives me respect. Now, that's all the hygiene factors. Absent, demotivated. Dissatisfied. Motivation is the next higher level. Then what are the satisfiers? Influenced by motivating factors. Achievement. Give that scope, give that space for a person to achieve something. Recognition, small little praise will do. Hey, you did wonderfully well yesterday. Absence of praise is the biggest demotivator, right? Responsibility. People want responsibility, right? You want to give authority, but you don't want to give responsibility. What is this? Right? Work itself. The work should be so challenging. So he is motivated. Right? Advancement. There's a difference between a job and a career. Now take in your organization, in your educational institution, what is the turnover ratio? How many teachers are with you for more than 10 years? How many teachers leave every year? If you cannot do three things, maintain, retain, sustain. That's why this advancement is very, very important. Please make one thing very clear. If you are going to recruit a principal for a school from outside, especially when your school is more than 10, 15, 20 years, that means you are not developing people inside. You have to improve, you have to assure career advancement. So a person joins as a teacher, graduates to a principal. And last but not the least is personal growth. Personal growth, that's different from career growth. Have I grown? A teacher joins as an ordinary person. Over a period of time, you give all this advancement, salary of course, promotion of course. Then they are able to construct a house on their own. They are able to educate their children, have a decent family life, quality of life. Some of them buy a two-wheeler, four-wheeler, construct a house, right? No, these are the satisfiers. So please understand, TQM is not just having some quality circle, task forces, 5 hours activities. Okay, that's all in the game. But more than all that is, these factors are very, very important. Please understand, if we cannot maintain a healthy HR department, if we cannot maintain healthy HR practices, forget about total quality management. In fact, forget about quality. So you have to go beyond a normal school to implement. If you like this series of these episodes, please subscribe to the channel, press the bell button, and please post your comments in the comment box. We'll try to respond. You wait for the next couple of episodes. I'm going to deal with some of the components of TQM. More than anything, let me end this by saying a strong teamwork is very, very important. And with good leadership, if you have this, you can make a total quality management approach in educational institution. As many organizations have tried it, you can do it. See you in the next episode.
ABS Vidya Mandir, Tiruvallur.
ABS Vidya